In the last 2 weeks, we just finished getting done with 3 sessions of our boot camp. Boot camp was a fun experience for the people who came. It was a fun experience for me, and it was a fun experience for the Sorensens who were here to help host this on their ranch. So it was a really good, positive experience. We ended up with about 30 people altogether in our 3 different sessions. We had Dr. Shannon Brooks from Monticello College bring his students to boot camp this year. That was fun and exciting. They had their own session, and then another weekend we had a couple come for a 2-day modified boot camp, because normally it's 3 days. And then we had another boot camp with a full group of 13 people. So it was really great and informative and wonderful, and I'm confident that these people who participated were able to go home and get their gardens started quick. So we did a lot of hands-on fun things. We had a lot of classroom time. I tried to balance that so that being in the classroom in front of the whiteboard was not too much, and being out in the garden was just enough so that they could go home and get everything set up to have their own food production system. So that was great. Today was our very first session of our 17-week course. I have 2 students here for the summer in our very short growing season, and we've still had freezing nights the last few days. Tonight is supposed to be 34 degrees, so it will probably freeze here tonight in certain places. Our 10-day forecast is showing that the nights are going to be in the 40s, except for 2 nights that are getting down to 38 degrees. So that'll be interesting to see what actually happens compared to the forecast. So we are getting ready to put our crops outside right now. I've assigned my new students here their own personal gardens for the growing season, and they're going to be helping to produce food here on the ranch. We're also starting to sell food to more people this year, so we're growing more food, so that is pretty exciting. The people here locally are going to be able to get some of the great food that we're able to grow. It was really fun to bring the people at boot camp and my new students for our 17 weeks in here and let them just eat food and listen to their comments. And I've had nothing but compliments about the food we're growing. They love the way it looks, they love the way it tastes, and they're fascinated by the principles of soil health that we have been teaching them. So it's been really awesome and exciting to see people come with one paradigm, and by the time they go home, their paradigms are certainly being challenged. And so this is really great and wonderful to be able to inform people about the new things of soil health that we've been able to learn in the last few years. If you think that growing food could be a career for you, seriously consider coming to our 17-week course. We've already started for this year, but think about next year. If you could figure out a way to be here for the growing season next year, we have room for you to come and live in your own RV, and you could learn what you need to know to go home and start your own production system. Over the years, I've had a lot of people who decided they wanted to be a farmer and they wanted to grow fruits and vegetables for their own community. They were good businessmen. They were able to create a model so that they could go out and get customers, and they had the finances they needed from their community to grow the food. And then when it came to production, that's where people have struggled over the years, and they were not able to produce the food. So I created this course so that you can come to this farm for our short 17-week growing season, and I can teach you the production model. I can teach you the scale of efficiency. I can teach you from soil to seed to transplant to growing out crops, harvesting, how to take the crops and make a good finished product to take to the customer, and how we can put that into a production system so that you can have a consistent crop every week to take to your customers. This is to fill the need of the actual food production system. So this is what I have created in my 17-week course, and I hope that you can come to this course, plan for the future. If you know young people, this is perfect for college-aged kids. This year we actually have a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old who are here. And so it's great for them to come and to learn this. It's 5 days a week, but you can stay the entire 17 weeks. You can be here on the weekends also, if that's what you choose to do. That's what our kids have chosen to do here, and their parents are back and forth now and then. They're actually friends of our family, and so it works out good to have the younger kid because we already know each other and we have a good relationship with the family. But if you're a college-aged kid, that would be the perfect ideal situation. You could come here. Think of this like a trade school. You would come, you would learn the trade, you could go home, and you could hit the ground running, growing food to make yourself a living. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this has helped you see how farming is a real career that you could do, or maybe your friends or your family.